Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. So I thought I would take a look and let's see, we're looking at the people, the individuals, the bullshit that they're up to, what they're doing against others, all of that bit we're seeing really clearly now. Lots of people are feeling the heat, so to say, but I thought it might be good to just have a poke around, maybe significant for some, have a little look around at the actual groups. So we know that we've got the Christian 21 scam group with the resonating army, yay! And then we've got the blue water scam, which is Ray Miranda, the penny pot that everyone dips in, or the funding pot that gets dished out for this, that and the other. So and then we've got the RV romance scam, so we've got that one. The magician. Okay, so we've got the RV romance scam, so whoever's connected to that one. And then we've got the because we did think it was just the triangulation of 3, but now we're seeing it's 4, most likely 5, but we're up to 4 so far. So someone's been arrested to do with transport and distribution stuff, moving people around, moving, import, export, whatever it was that came up in that reading. We won't say her name for those that don't know it already, because obviously there's subdivisions, sector 21 and shit like that, that are dotted all over the world. So let's take a look and see where we're at. We've got the magician, so these cards will be in the upright, should be. We've got the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 3 of Cups. Where are you? You're right with seeing that? Yeah? All right. The magician, the 2 of Wands, and the Death card. Oh. So what we're looking at here is exactly the reason why I was getting the feeling that we'll start taking a look at the businesses, because we've got, obviously, if you are, and let's just take the archetype of the magician, you've got all of the tools around you that you need. So an actual scary combination of this would be the Emperor, the Magician, and the Ace of Pentacles. That combination coming out together is something that should let you know that, well, that's holding every power that's needed within their hands. So that's when you're going to hope to everything that you can hope to, that that person is of high integrity with that level of power at their fingertips. So what we've got here is somebody that's got all of the tools to manifest, create, or see a vision, pull the right people together, or even theirself to use the tools that they need and execute something, bring it into the physical, whether it's something that it's bringing it back from the dead, or it's an executed plan, business, in a healthy way to bring something to a close and then retransform it. Something about that can end. A good business person knows when to cut ties with something and when to leave it alone. That is easier said than done when it's a business close to your heart, but talking from experience as well, that you get people that try to project onto you or mirror something to make it look like you should close your business down, or your business isn't working, something like that, and to make you feel like giving up. But if you are really, really doing something that you were born to do, you won't be able to leave it alone. Even if you do try to close it down, shut it down, it will spring to something else, or you will be drawn back to that. That's with it next to the Hierophant, it will be on a deep spiritual level. That's just a side note for people that are questioning whether they should shut something down, but they know that they love it with all their heart, or that that's what where their passion lies. So bear in mind, it could be manipulation around you. So something that was going well, everybody was happy, everyone was enjoying in the delight. Then competitions got involved, or somebody has taken it upon themselves that they don't like something, how it's being done. You may have got too greedy or been perceived to be being greedy. We know, especially with this type of thing, that the Christian 21 scam and the Ray Miranda Blue Water scam absolutely detest, or so they say, people earning money for spiritual practices. Yet these are the very ones that have got the scam tarot sites running in the background. So be mindful of that. So we've got here, not recognizing that you are actually putting the work in and doing a craft, but also with this, somebody's enjoying your labor, because the more that you push out, the more that they are able to capture for them, and then they put it out as their own, or they preach it like it's their rules, regulations, legislations, whatever it is. There's something to do with licensing, maybe an issue, or maybe whatever. This feels like court. It feels like a win in court, but not able to move forward with something. So it may look like a win. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. So for some, I'm seeing it's a win in court, but you've got to stop something, but at least you're not in jail, that type of thing. Or there's a heavy loss of finances, but you're not in jail. You can still carry on, something like that. All right, so when we're looking at these businesses, I'll stay away from the transport business one, because that's going through its own thing at the minute. So that just leaves us the romance scam and the duping people out of their money scam. So that's where the Ray Miranda / Ash / Blue Water match up with the romance scam as well. Anyway, but we'll leave them in their respective areas. So there's a lot to do with traveling, a lot of moving around. Again, don't forget there's something about transport. So could be like side businesses. It's a business and then multiple threads spin from that. So say, for example, someone a manipulator, someone said, well, I'm really good at painting, putting their hand up, I'll take that job, I'll do that, I don't mind, I'm a painter, but I can also do electrics as well, and I can do a bit of carpet fitting or whatever it may be, or I've got a van that I can remove all your garden rubbish, waste and whatever it may be, something like that. They're able to get into the home, but it's something about being multitasked that's coming forward at the minute. So fingers in many pies. So this, for example, Ray Miranda probably has multiple businesses, and you've got the Christian 21 scam has been linked to numerous areas around the country and overseas. So they're showing their placing their pin in all areas. There's something specific about the electrics, so bear that in mind. May not be completely specific to your situation, but we're looking at someone that's got their fingers in many pies, and they've got like jack of all trades. They can do this, they can do that, they can do everything. So we've got two groups coming together, and one person, the magician, is the one with the vision and holding that. So what we're about to see is, because there's something, competition or someone with a big mouth that won't stop talking, something needs to be brought to an end. So rather than bring their own liability avenues to an end and close them down, they're trying to maintain face, hold a position, everyone stay as they are, false pretenses, keep on working in the background when really it's not. There's definitely a break in the mental health side of things, so you won't see all of the characters popping up, and when they do, they will have to muster up every single bit of energy contained within them just to do a smiley face, hello, hello, everything's all good, and then they come back off of the meeting or the whatever it is that they've got to present publicly, go to work that day, come back home, or do whatever. It's like they'll pop out for a minute or for a little bit to show their face. Yeah, I'm still around, I'm still here. Yeah, just doing a lot in the background, busy, see you later. And then they're off. But they will have mustered up all of their energy just to show themselves in that one particular light. Like we were seeing in one of the other readings, it's a spotlight captured moment. There's definitely something about traveling to end something, or traveling to steer in a different direction, not traveling to reform something, that's a business, but this is traveling. And even that traveling, that's like somebody's receiving a new spirit guide. So spirit guide coming in to join the party because they're ready to reap the rewards. This could be somebody else's spirit guide that's going in to have a little listen and see, yeah, oh, okay, they're still chatting shit, are they? Okay, yeah, right? Things like that. So, let's see. Whatever it is they're offering, you're not interested. It's like someone turning up at your house saying that they're a policeman, for example, but yet there's no transparency around why they're there or what they're, that type of thing. So it's like, not quite feeling that, carry on as you are type thing. This is the fit. Anything that is approaching you will be transparent. Anything that is a quivering, shaking wreck in the background, it's a psyops, false story to keep you sat waiting. No one is going to be taking years and months to approach anyone. They're not doing it. So you get on with moving forward, carry on with your work, because if you are competition to somebody, know that this is your energy which is transforming into the Emperor, the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. But you need to keep doing this. Don't worry about those that are trying to siphon off of you, because that's already in hand being dealt with. They're already seeing pushbacks from that, because something that you're doing, collective, that you're making, producing, whether it's jewelry or whether it's music or whether it's writing, whatever it is, it's something that you're doing and creating, that you're doing with love. And somebody's just waiting for you to drop the next one, or put the next one up, or do the next one, and then it's taken, it's studied for every detail. But the bit that can't be contained is the essence, because it's made with love, produced with love. It's that coding that in a minute it's going to be embedded in everything and pushes through for all. What I'm trying to get at, because I've got two things that's running in my head here, what I'm trying to say is, as we are moving forward, the changes that are coming in, that the transformation that's happening on a spiritual level. And so for those that read tarot, is know that if you're reading energy, then you're connected to your feelings. Simple as that. If you're stealing people's work, just writing notes, like I'm seeing pop up, the hilarious one come in my newsfeed yesterday, literally got a book out, said, oh, I channeled this, they couldn't even read. It was like clearly someone had read it for them. They started reading it out. There was no depth, no connection to the words, no feelings. It was just literally like, oh, someone's talking about you and they're saying you're a liar. And I thought, that sounded very blimmin' natural flowing. But yeah, they had a point, I'll give them that. But still, it's that type of thing. We're moving towards a time where if you are not connected to your feelings or emotions, you are absolutely going to struggle moving forward. And if you're a therapist, a healer, a teacher, a tarot reader, you will do well for yourself to bear in mind that you're not able to heal or fix everybody, because there's a component that only they can link together to make something happen. And so if someone is absolutely emotionally unavailable, you need to keep it moving and transform to something else, work on someone else, or encourage people to move on from those emotionally disconnected, because they've got a lot of work that they're going to need to put in. And it begins with finding their what they're aligned to on any level or perspective, whether they're atheist and disconnected from their emotions, whatever faith or religion, or whether they're spiritual. Personally, I don't get, well, maybe it probably feels the same for everything. How can you be religious or spiritual but yet you're cut off from your emotions? So those are going to be the things that are the clues that really stand out, because people that know feelings, that know other people that are like-minded, they get it, they can feel each other, there's a connection. Whereas someone that's cut off from their feelings, it's going to be dead, hollow, and so this is going to be the splitting off, in the sense that all of those that are emotionally unavailable, don't want to commit, will somehow start finding themselves in a pot all together. That one's shagging that one's shagging that one, but it don't matter, because none of them were going to be committing anyway. You've got two people in a marriage, they're both shagging each other, probably not, but maybe shagging other people all around behind each other's back. Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't, but then the people that they're with, they're also in marriages and things like that, and so on. That's all right between themselves, but obviously we're trying to pull away from those type people latching on, or romance scams, romance people just trying to, I don't know, get what I'm saying. That's what we're moving forward to anyway. You can't deny feelings that are put into something, and that's what people are going to gravitate towards more, because it's more authentic. Soon everything's going to be looking so false, as they're gripping onto their masks so much that it's that it's going to be hard to try and find that is truly authentic, you know, because so many have been wearing a mask. That's what we're moving forward to. We've got the shadow side. So when everything was happy and going well, there was no issues, there was no judgments, there was no seeing things the wrong way. Everything was seen to be coming from a good place. Then whatever it is that's twist and turn, maybe we've got here that you've got two businesses, the Blue Water cult and the Christian 21 scam with their resonating army. They were the two players, let's say, and then you've got the romance scams in with it, and then you've got here the other swords on the floor. That's the competition that they've been able to take out, causing storms, chaos, confusion. Chaos magic has been a big thing connected to this group. We've got here the heart chakra, knowing that they are taking out innocent people that are genuinely connected to the divine, to the source, everything, but yet this is the mask that they take, that they are the ones that will stab you in the back with a smile in your face, in their face. We've got here awareness. Someone's aware of how hard you're working. Someone's aware that you've got that special essence that goes into everything that you do, whether it's how you take care of yourself, how you present yourself, how you're able to remove yourself from biased opinions and take that higher perspective. There's something about the collective that you do, that there's an essence coding that is linked to that, so it can't be copied, it can't be taken, even if at the minute people that are aware of what you contain, they can try to mimic it for a little bit, but it's yourself that starts recognizing yourself in others, not a copy, not a mimic, a version of which is similar but not the same, in a healthy way. When you start having that dynamics, that's what starts happening with like plasma. There's bounce offs, and then it spreads, it electrifies, and then it picks up momentum, and then it starts producing a whole lot more energy. Whether you know each other, whether you don't, whether you're one side of the world or another, it's this connection which is the higher power that comes into play. So if you're authentic in everything that you do, it may not be looking like it's showing anything, doing anything at the minute, but it will begin to, because all of this fake businesses, fake people are slowly being removed. What's actually happening is because you've got people like this magician, and so we've got our three businesses, isn't it? We've got Ray Miranda, thinks proper big magician, manipulator, able to throw money at things to get what they want, an alchemist but not. Then you've got Christian 21 scam that connects people together. They're pretending they've got the vision and they go and rob people. Yeah, there's no other word for it. Them and their stinky ass, I was going to say. I don't know where that's coming from, so that's specific for someone. But anyway, they're the ones that carry out the action. And then you've got the RV romance scams that goes around like the local slut and looks for targets. They are funded by a cougar that pays to them, or it's someone younger than them and they have to pay to keep them. So like a continued prostitute, you know, it's like pretending that that's not what they are, but they are. They're being paid to do that, but they're also in awareness out sleeping with others, because that works with the takedown. They're targeted. The female that pays this one to come in and dismantle, whether they're older or younger, whatever it may be, they get all excited. So it's like, yeah, let's have sex before you go and beat someone. That type of female, you know, bringing the worst out in them. So they all blend together. Obviously they're not meant to look like they go together, but they all work hand in hand. So this, it could be like, this person's niece could be the one that's with this one paying. Doesn't have to be. That's like a sneezy laugh. All right, let's move on then. We've got the Hierophant, which all of this will be some kind of religion-based or biblical something. They've got to try and embed with people's hearts, or something that they love is what comes under attack and holds their disguise. And because they are so embedded, it's like, yeah, let's cause some bullshit in this particular religion, or this type of relationship dynamics. But because we look like that's us, why would we be attacking ourselves? But really, as time will begin to show, already has with these three, that's why their names are already on blast, because everybody's aware of who they are now and how they link up. They're the example of these people act like they're highly respected. I don't know where this one believes that they're highly respected, but they were able to network with people and get a lot of people on side. Now the new plan, embedding people, for example, into like the tarot community so that they can influence that side and rob on that way as well, where it's like, well, we said there was loads of fake readers, they are the ones that have put them in. And this is what I'm saying, keep doing what you're doing, because we're already aware of this type shit, how it goes. So know that it's going to blow up in each of their faces over and over and over again, that we may even see another round of comical tower moments. How comical was it when every 5 minutes all of the readers were pulling up towers, towers, towers? But the funniest bit was, it was predicted before. It was predicted that these areas were going to start seeing towers, and then it was yes, the energetic slap and the crumbling of the ego. We've got here new beginnings, because transformation, new beginnings. Finances will be paid out. These that are sitting like, I haven't even got anything to give, even if I wanted to. Yeah, you will find a way to dig deep. They've got plenty and it's getting drained. Even this one's now funding this one. They're having to, it's like, bum chums me up, mate. The new business slogan. We've got material and spiritual prosperity, and then the waiting game. So the material and spiritual prosperity is showing that agreements coming together or exposures happening, and then the truth or true businesses popping through and showing. That's why anything these three are trying to put their hands on to do, that there may be elements that they are manipulating heavy in the background to try and hold face, but it won't produce anything, it won't go anywhere. And for yourself, collective, yes, there may be an awareness of what you know, what you're doing, and they can see, but that whatever it is that you're building and making, it's protected because it's being preserved for the new cycle, new futures moving forward. So whatever you're working on now, if you are genuine, if you are doing your bit to push humanity in the right direction as much as you can, then know whatever you're working on will be protected. Yeah, and then we've got temptation there at the bottom of the deck. Let's just grab some of these to see. So the reason that this is coming up, I would be saying, is that there's a new script being pushed out. So watch out for subliminal messages that start coming through. There's one court case, it's showing that it's either something that it's a lot of money paid out, so a loss of finances but a win. This is the thing, it's the more that they try to resist and do that, make it look like they're not connected in any way, in the background they are just pissing money down the drain. Every time they go to the toilet and they see the urine coming out, then that's like multiple pentacles. It's like that stream of pentacles down the pan. So That's why some of them have been suffering from bloated stomach syndrome, because they're trying to hold in all of their wee. They don't want to go to the toilet because it brings up nightmares. It's every time they go, they're seeing that their finances are draining away. So we've got Ray Miranda, some kind of court situation going on. We've got the Christian 21 scam and the Resonating Army, whoever's linked to that, going through some kind of poverty, and that's their backfire. And then we've got here the RV romance scam, adjudication having to come into question, especially if like they are religious in any way. It's their behaviours are going completely against what they stand for. So let's see what that waiting game is. Yeah, look, we've got lovers. So as irony would have it, each one of these will have a, I'm hearing Hiscock. Each one of these will have a lover that can bail them out when needed. Male or female bailing them out. Every one of these has a payer, someone that pays to get them out of a hole when needed. Shadow. Oh, hello. Didn't expect you to pop up. So we have shadow and then mature man. So I suppose that that's literally just verifying what we said about each of them have a payer that pays them to get out of a situation. So with our competition and our love, what have we got? We've got family room, so projecting a particular image to the public of how it's supposed to be. People seeing a downfall or a decline, so it's like, yeah, I'm so powerful at magic, their magic doesn't work, look, this is what's happening to them. Where the part that people still don't seem to get their head around is it's not even about that. You have physical gang networks that are on top, smothering, surrounding, stopping, blocking, all kinds of everything is the reality. Not this person some kind of fucking thing. Well, yeah, they are, but you know. Anyway, we've got number awareness, number 1. We've got 8 of Pentacles, an awareness of the love of your business, a love of what you do, a love of your craft. Keep at it like you were being encouraged. You will see the pathway open up, it does, and it is pushing through. So this isn't a keep waiting for help. This isn't one of those messages. It's keep doing what you're doing, because there will be something shows up in your awareness that is aligned to you, to confirm to you outside of anything. It may show up as you're in that zone of working or whatever. You know, you could be, say if you were a reader, you could be doing like a pre-read or just playing around with your cards, camera not on, and something show up as an experience, or like a real undeniable like light or something show up. Could be anything. You could make music, be in the zone doing that. You could be a singer, you could be a poet, you could be anything creative. even seeing flower designs, whatever it may be, something's going to show in your awareness to let you know there's an awareness of a higher power that you've just been keeping on, and know things are going to transform. So for some, not all, but I'm saying for most, if you're at the point of, I don't know whether I should still be doing this or whether I should give up, my guidance would be from personal experience to just keep pushing on a minute, because if you really love what you do, then you're meant to do what you do, and signs are coming in. Not that everything's going to change when you see that sign, it's that marker point of confirmation in the physical. So yeah, we've got here main female, so something connected to a female, your work, copying your work, trying to farm out your work, doing whatever it may be. The main female's aware, thinking of you as competition, paying these or hiring goons for hire. That's what, is that what they're called, or something like that? Was that a film? So we know Christian likes to get a lot of his ideas from movies. So we've got new beginnings, gift. This is what I'm saying. You could be a female, you don't have to be. And if you're a male, this could also be like if you've got a passed over mother, there could be a sign from them. Doesn't have to be. That is, so there's going to be something to tell you that to keep going. And this is why we've got gift, because something you're making, creating, doing, even if it's a new idea, that it might be different, unique, just keep trying for a minute, because what people don't realise is a lot of the time it's not because it's a shit idea, rubbish business, or you didn't work hard enough, do enough. It's because you've been up against something like this, and whether you're aware of it or not, that it's a real thing that plays out, you don't realise how creative your ideas are and how much of a threat they become to the false construct which is now being torn down. So stay in your originality. Yeah, something's going to be protected. New beginnings, it's like a blessing in disguise with that gift as well. Message of concern, spiritual, material prosperity with the Three of Cups. That message of concern for some of you as well, you could just be going along doing this, obviously following your own self-guidance and stuff. I'm not saying that you get everything from tarot, but just I would expect you to have your own awareness, but maybe not necessarily of this. This new beginning, blessing in disguise, however it's come forward. It's like, if I hadn't have got that that sign or that confirmation, I could have easily give up, but now I pushed forward. It's changed, transformed to a new beginning. It was a blessing in disguise, or it was a gift, a blessing, something like that. But as you get to this point, some of you may then learn, when you're in the clear, when you've transformed, when this has been all taken out, you may find that this message is, oh shit, message of concern, I never even received it. You could open a letter and it could be someone sent a letter warning of whatever. It'd be like, no, I'm kind of glad I didn't get the warning, because it would have thrown me off. That's what these intimidation tactics do as well. Or coming through, waiting game, going to send in a lover. What you need to know is the repetitive scripts that these cons run by, they don't change. They fine-tune the wording and a little bit of the delivery, but they never change. So they are like clockwork. There's certain times of the year that they have to run to, because it links in, and it's a flow for the rest of the cons that go on. Something about this, and I'm gonna kind of wrap up, but hi Anna. Yeah, anything real is transparent. It's not making you think guess. I don't know who this message is for, obviously, but I can't, I've had it coming up for ages, so it may mean something for someone else, but there's a picture, a photo. If you were to say this was an auction, there's a picture somewhere someone has, and it's an old one. It's either taken off the wall and placed somewhere. I've spoke to some people, clients, and they can't place it, but the reason I'm bringing it up today is because this morning, before I sat down to do the reading, I was reminded of it. And what came forward when I thought, well, why add it in here? Reason I'm being told is because I'm being, no, can't take that. Whereas what I'm being reminded of is, of course they can't take it, because you were being thrown off of the scent. Possibly, doesn't have to be, or might not be for them. But there's something about a family painting that is worth a lot of money, and it's either been stashed, or it's someone's bought a new painting that's old. It doesn't look really like it's anything. You would, like most, isn't it? You would really have to know your art. It's yeah, it's like a real old-fashioned-y type painting, not something that's all modern, abstract and so. But it feels like it's going to be found, which is the reason why I'm saying. So if it's stashed somewhere, then it's going to be found before it's removed from the place, the property. It's like it was taken off of the wall and then just put to the side. Now it's moved its way down, either to a basement or to a room, or it's hidden and it's been sat there for a while. Then it's going to be moved somewhere else. So it's a slow progression of it being removed from the house, but it's definitely trying to leave, or so it's already left, but someone is going to notice it, identify it. It feels like it's either coming back to the original owner somehow, or it's not going to leave the house. It will be someone will think, yeah, actually I know that, and I haven't seen it for a while, or I found a weird picture, because it could be being stored in someone else's house, let's say. There's something about a painting that's moving around. Maybe this is why it's being sat on, because it is expensive and it can't just rock up and be sold right now, or back when it was taken. All right, so I just needed to add that for somebody. So there you go. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye.